me, Michelle. I am live here on Wizards channel. I have to make sure I open his channel here. Okay. Yes, we are live. Make sure we get a thumbs up, guys. A thumbs up. I'm probably going to wait here a couple minutes. I don't know if anybody's going to join us, but we will see. I would like to share a video of the President Trump at the White House today. Let's see if I can pull that up. White House, yes. President Trump delivers remarks to the National Border Patrol Council. So, and that is exactly 30 minutes and 21 seconds. So hopefully we will be able to watch that together. So we're just going to wait a couple minutes to see who joins. We'll talk a little bit and update you guys a little bit about what's going on. And I will deliver that speech. So I'm looking forward to it. I missed it earlier because I was busy taking care of some stuff. So yeah, we are doing wonderful things, with this channel. And I just like to know, hopefully I can start going live at a certain specific time, which will be 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I think every other day I can try. No promises. I do have a bunch of appointments that I do have to keep scheduled this coming week and next week. So it will probably be the first week of March where you'll start seeing me regularly at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Vice President also delivered remarks to the South Carolina Corps of Cadets. So if we have enough time, we'll watch that video as well. So yeah, here I am talking to myself. Oh, good Lord, yes. I love talking to myself. Just kidding. So yeah, please join me. I have to see if I can share this so I can tell other people we're live. Let's see who I can ask to join. I'm trying to think. My brain is not. I'm thinking. Not thinking. Let me see where we are so I can see if there's anybody in the chat. All right, there's 2 people watching. Who else can I send it to that usually comes here normally? Here, we'll just send this out. I sent, I think, to 7 people, which is an email alert. X out, just to Rex back in. Comment below, anybody. Dallas or anybody, Canoes, anybody here, battery addiction, anybody wants to join the panel, let me know. We can give you a link for that. Let me share this with Lisa, the famous Lisa, which will be shared on Facebook. Oh, the sound has got to be turned down. Sorry. Let's see here. Messenger. Do-do, 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 do-do. Who else can I share this with? Okay, we're going to play a video from the president here in just a couple minutes. Make sure you smash that thumbs up. I don't know where everybody is tonight. Let me see if I can figure out how to share this on Discord. I'm thinking. Kind of like that movie, what was it? The National Museum or something with Ben Stiller, remember? And all those museum artifacts come alive, right? And that big statue who keeps asking Ben Stiller for gum. Give me gum gum, you dum dum. Well, in the second part of that movie, I remember these statues kept going, I'm thinking. Anyway, thought maybe I should just get you guys to laugh, but I guess not. Again, here I am talking to myself and there's nobody in the chat. Please join me, guys. I love to talk to you guys. Just to let you know, Wizard is not mad at anybody. So I want everybody to know that Wizard loves everybody here. For whatever happened earlier, you know, sometimes things just get a little out of control, and I get it. You know, sometimes things that are said sometimes get a little blown out of context and stuff like that. I was not here. I did not see or anything, but I love everybody. You know, I love everybody who's a part of this channel, and it's so great to get to know you guys. You know, I thank you for coming to my channel and supporting me. But everybody here tonight who's probably watching in little fear of typing in, don't be afraid. Everybody here is welcome with open arms, and Wizard wants me to let everybody know that he loves all of you guys. Really. You know, his niece is going through something right now, and I think we're going to say a prayer right now for her. She's pregnant and she's going through some complications with the pregnancy. She is safe. The hospital is treating her, and what better place to be than the hospital and have the needle care unit all ready just in case, you know, if they have to go ahead and deliver the baby. But as a pro-life warrior, I know a lot of medical facts, and just to let you know, she's more safer at 7 months than she would be like at 6 weeks pregnant. So let's continue to pray. I can't imagine the thoughts and the pain that she's feeling right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to pray for her. I don't know her name, so we're just going to say Wizard's Niece. Father, I come to you tonight. I ask you to heal Wizard's niece. She is going through a lot, and you know, Lord, because you've known people before they were in the womb themselves. There's a baby that's not doing real good, God, and there's some complications where there might be a chance of her losing that baby. Father, I ask you to be with this family and be with Wizard's niece and whatever complications this baby is going through. God, you're the miracle worker. You can heal this baby. It just achens my heart to hear that she's going through this, and I want her to know that you're there for her, Lord. I want you to take the pain and the physical pain that she could be feeling, God. I want you to take that pain away. Lord, please take that pain away. That baby is such a blessing and such a wonderful gift, and everyone, every mommy out there deserves that chance to be able to experience that joy of giving birth. And that child is your child, God. I need you to heal that baby, heal those pains and the emotional pain that Wizard's niece is going through tonight, God. I hope that the doctors and the nurses that are there working are have the strength and the ability to be able to go on and proceed to be able to take care. Many doctors save lives and not take lives. As you know, I'm a pro-life warrior and I speak out against abortion, so you know how important it is. And so many people just don't really understand, and so many men and women go through that emotional pain of miscarriage. But I know you're listening, God. I know you have the capability of healing, and I ask you to be with Wizard's niece tonight. I ask you to take that pain, that physical pain, emotional pain, even if she's having a spiritual battle right now. God, I ask you to come to the family and heal her in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Thank you, ladies. It's good to see you ladies here. I want you to know that Wizard loves you guys. When our family members are hurting or suffering, we put those first. I mean, family is a priority. So I just want to let you know, for what happened earlier, I was not there, but what I do know, it had nothing to do out of anger. He's going through stuff, and his niece is hurting, and he's just wants to be um able to take that phone call if they call him. So he wanted to log off that stream there, and because people were not getting along, it didn't help matters. But nobody here is hated. He loves everybody, and I hope everybody who is a part of Wizard's channel comes back. Dallas, if you're out there listening, brother, you are a young conservative young man, and you are more than welcome to be a part of this channel. And we need to pray for those uh, people that were upset or angry tonight. I totally respect Jack with all my heart. He has really touched me in a way, like I don't mean it in a physical way, but emotional and spiritually. He's very smart. And we have to remember, he is our elder. And I grew up in a home where we respected our elders. Even if we might disagree with our elders, we have to respect that. And, he had every right to be upset. And sometimes, again, we all say things that we don't mean. So we need to continue in praying for Jack. Maybe he just needs a couple of days off, but we don't need to hate anybody or be mad. And I hope everybody here continues to get along and come back. Don't punish Wizard, because Wizard's not punishing anybody. Those who were the agitators and the shit starters, those people are not welcome back here. There's one thing that Wizard always said: do not be a dick. Do not be a dick. And I'm asking you, everybody here, to please respect Jack. You got to understand something. Um, I don't know how else to say this, because I'm not an older person. I could just say, from where I'm coming from and how my family raised me, we don't disrespect our elders. And I hope, and you guys continue to agree with that. A lot of people here love Jack. And I don't mean that in a boyfriend girlfriend way. When I say I love Jack and I love you, brothers and sisters, I mean that in a Christian way, that we are all family, and we all need to get along. The times that we are living in, and we see it, he sees it. He's not from America, but he sees it right from where he's coming from. So he understands it, I understand it, and we all know the days we're living in, and we all have to just really get along. And sometimes, God puts us in situations where, like, I'm going to say, with my family, I don't get along with all my family members. And I think sometimes God brings us people sometimes to help one another out, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but yeah. And then sometimes we have to walk away from people, and that's okay. And don't ever feel upset or stuff like that, because sometimes when we even have family members that continuously do the same thing and hurt us, and just like those people who were earlier on, continuously keep poking the bear, the bear's going to get upset. And I'm just asking for everybody here, and I know I'm new here, and I'm not the smartest person, I'm not the brightest person, but what I do know is, when I see the good in people, I tell them that. And we need to tell people that. We need to love one another. We need to lift each other up. And when we hurt one another, we need to apologize to each other, or we need to find forgiveness. But, you know, hatred will never win. Love will always win. So I'm going to end it there. I'm not a drama person, so I'm not trying to cause any of it. I'm just asking for everybody to love one another and respect our elders. So very important to do that. I I got that instilled in me when I was growing up. My grandfather was more of a father than my actual father. And that's something my grandfather always said. I remember his family, his friend came over for a poker game, and I don't know, he said something, and I got mad, and I said something very disrespectful. And I don't remember exactly what I said to his friend. All I know is I was being very disrespectful, and my grandfather had to correct me. And that's okay too. Um, and that's the beauty of it. We have to remember that it's okay to be corrected, because our elders are much wiser, they're smarter, and they know, and they've been around the block, let's say, and out of courtesy and kindness, we all just need to get along. And if somebody's coming in this chat and they're poking the bear and they're disrespecting ladies by calling them vile, disgusting names, we need to block those people, and that's just that. So that's all I have to say with that. In a couple minutes here, we're going to watch Donald Trump speak, and I hope you guys still are here to watch that with me. Let me open the chat so I can read some of the comments. You don't have to go here. Oh, Jack, I love you, brother. I love you. Again, I was not there to see what was going on earlier. Hey, Huckleberry, good to see you. No, he deserves absolute respect. And I know Wizard loves everybody here, okay? He really does. I talked to him. We had a good conversation. And I texted him because I was curious. I was like, how come he wasn't live? So I texted him, he called me back. And he wanted me to remind everybody here, he loves everybody, okay? There's not a hatred in that man's body or bones at all. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. Okay, here. So I have to find that President Trump video. Whoops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to have it really loud. I have to fix the audio. So that's the first thing I have to do. Okay. Share screen. Your browser has blocked your screen. Click the screen icon in your address bar to allow access, then reload the page. Huh. Okay. I might not be able to do it unless it has to do it through the same thing. Let's see if it works that way. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say happy Valentine's Day to all of you guys. Will you be my Valentine? Sorry again for that audio stuff. Like I said, I'm like kind of new to all this stuff. It still says the same thing. Your browser has blocked your screen. Click the screen icon in your address bar to allow access. What does that mean? I don't know, guys. We might not be able to watch it, but that's okay. We can just talk. Because I have no idea what it's saying. It says literally, your browser has blocked your screen. Click the screen icon in your address bar to allow access, then reload the page. Click Enable to unblock for this site. Hold on, guys. We're just going to bear with me. Yeah, it is cold. It really is. I'm trying to figure out how to. This is the kind of chance when I need somebody else's help. It's embarrassing. Hold on. If it doesn't work again, then I can just share it on my channel, I guess. Because I'm able to do it with my channel. All right. Oh. Okay. You may need to reload the page for changes to apply. Okay. Maybe that's what I needed to do? Okay, yeah. Will you allow SteamYards to see your screen? Okay. I think we're good here. Let me see. We're going to listen to it together. I have to change the audio. Let me know if you hear it. Can you guys hear me? Bear with me. I'm so sorry. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to play the video and let me know if you can hear that video.
Well, you know, I wasn't supposed to be here, but I heard Brandon was here, so I said, "Where's he speaking?" Tell
Why
me
is it not working?
there, right? But he was with me before.
Huh. You could hear it, but it didn't play it. So let me try doing it again one more time. Use Chrome if you like to share audio with your screen. Okay.
Before I even thought I was going to run.
I guess we're just going to listen to it.
Say, him and his little group, they'd say, "I hope that guy runs." And that was before I made a decision to run, actually. So you were there before the beginning.
Oh, I get what I did wrong.
I want to thank you all. And I say he loves our country. On. Your whole group loves our country. And so
hold on.
I heard about you being here. And I said, if you want me, Brandon, I'm yours. If you don't, that's okay, too. I can save a little time. But he said, let's have the president walk over.
I think I know what I did wrong.
Numbers just came out. 90% of Americans are satisfied.
All right, we're going to do it one more time. I can laugh at myself. This is what's so great. We're going to do it one more time. Oh, good Lord. I don't know why it's not doing it now. I'm laughing at myself because this is funny. How come I can figure this out on my channel, but when I'm using it through Wizards, I can't? Oh, good Lord. Give me some patience. We're going to do it one more time. It still won't pick it up. I don't know why it's not doing it. Ugh. I don't have a clue either. This is the kind of time I if any admins are out there, just help me get it going, and then you could log off. Let me see what happens when I do it through the other browser. If not, we'll just listen to it, I guess. Because last time you said we could hear them. So if I can't get to play, we'll just listen to it. How about that?
Americans are satisfied with
Okay. Sorry, Mr. President. We're trying. No disrespect. All right. You guys are all going to laugh at me tomorrow about it. All right. Here's President Trump. Let's just listen to the audio.
Was with me before I even thought I was going to run. He used to say,
It works.
him and his little group, they'd say, I hope that guy runs. And that was before I made a decision to run, actually. So you were there before the beginning, right? But I want to thank you all. And I tell you, he loves our country. Your whole group loves our country. And so I heard about you being here. And I said, if you want me, Brandon, I'm yours. If you don't, that's okay too. I can save a little time. But he said, let's have the president walk over. Numbers just came out. 90% of Americans are satisfied with their personal life. I don't know how you define personal life, because that can be a very big divergence, very big definition. But it just came out in Gallup, I guess, the highest ever recorded. So 90% of Americans right now are satisfied. And that's by far the highest ever recorded. That tells you we're all doing something right. 63% of Americans are very satisfied with President Trump's handling of the economy. That's a very high number. That's the highest in over 20 years. Nearly 6 in 10 Americans say they're better off financially than they were a year ago. 74% say they will be better off in a year from now. That's tremendous optimism, which is a big thing. And 61% of the voters approve of Trump's handling of the coronavirus. And, we did a very early move on that. I was criticized by a lot of people at the beginning because we were the first. We'd never done it before. We closed our borders to certain areas. It's never happened before where we did that. We never closed our borders, but we did it, and we actually did it early, and we took some criticism. Now everyone's saying we did a good job. And Chad, you've done a fantastic job, and I appreciate it, you and your whole crew. 72% Republicans say that, and what do you have, a very small number of people in the country right now with it? It's like around 12. Many of them are getting better. Some are fully recovered already. So we're in very good shape. And I spoke with President Xi of China, and he's working very hard on this. It's a tremendous problem, but they're very capable, and they'll get to it. There's a theory that in April, when it gets warm, historically, that has been able to kill the virus. So we don't know yet. We're not sure yet, but that's around the corner. So that will be a great thing in China and other places. But We have very strong borders, and that's what we're here to talk to you about today. I thought I'd show this to you because right now we have 122 miles of wall that's been built. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's pretty impressive. These are different pictures, different shots of the wall. This is going up. We have in Arizona. This is in El Paso. We have New Mexico going up. This is the wall going up. They're working at night, as you can see. Either that or it's an extremely dark day. And that crew is, that's also in El Paso. So we're putting it up. The panel on top, just in case people want to know, because I would have loved it without the panel. But actually, it's called an anti-climb panel. It makes it very tough to climb over the top. It's designed in a certain way that makes it very, very tough. So, in fact, we've had to bring in the fire departments and things to get people down. They've climbed the wall, sometimes with drugs on their back, oftentimes, and they're great climbers, but they couldn't get over the top anti-climb panel. So if people wonder what that is, I like to say it because it's an incredible thing. It makes it virtually impossible to climb over the top. And we had it designed many different ways. We had them tested, and this was the ultimate wall. This is what they wanted. Here's another shot. This is a shot of a little different section, also under construction. And we'll soon have, we think by the end of the year, we'll be up to over 400 miles. And shortly thereafter, we'll be at 500 miles. And then we'll determine if there's any other area that might need it, but we'll have covered, we think, close to 100% of the area that we wanted. Here's another shot of a section, the same section actually that's more advanced. And that's the way they put it up. They set it very deep into foundations and concrete. And it's steel with concrete in between. And if you've ever seen it, the bars are steel, they're hollow, and they pour concrete inside and then put rebar in. So they have the rebar first, rebar is the steel, and they put it inside and then they pour the concrete. And because of the tremendous weight, they have to pour the concrete after it's up. So it's a process that's pretty complicated, but pretty good. Otherwise, it would be very hard to put it up. It gets very heavy. So they pour in each one of the bars. And the reason they want the bars, they have to be able to see through because they want to see who's on the other side. I thought I could put up a nice, simple concrete wall. It would be so nice. I'd just get it done. They have to make it complicated. This project was complicated, but I said, if we're going to do it, we have to do it right. So Brad and all of his people from day one, this is the one they wanted. They needed anti-climb on top. They needed see-through. They wanted it to be steel rather than concrete. Steel is much stronger, but they also wanted the durability of the concrete, which is inside the steel with rebar. So inside there is really like it's probably about 8 inches by 8 inches, and it's all hollow inside. And after it's up, we have rebar in. It's already dropped, and then we put the concrete in. They pour the concrete inside through funnels. So it's a pretty amazing process, and they're doing it quickly. They have a very quick process. We're now going to probably bring it in. We're going to spray paint it after it's up. It gets spray painted black. The black makes it extraordinarily hot, especially in areas along the Mexican border. It's not known for cold weather. It's known for quite hot weather. You don't have too much snow in this area, right? Would you say, Chad? Not too much. In fact, if you had any, that would be called climate change, I think, right? When they do that, I'm there. I'm a believer. But what you have is when that gets painted black, it becomes virtually untouchable during many parts of the season because of the sun hitting it. The black absorbs the heat. So not only would you have to be a good climber, but you're going to have to bring a hose with lots of water to water it down. And there aren't too many hoses in the area. There's not too much water in the area either. So it's an amazing process. This is a very tough area. This is an area that's on, this is in San Diego. And that's going up a very steep cliff where a lot of people come through and they won't be coming through anymore. It's been almost 100% effective in the areas that it's been built. So we've built 122 miles, so we're able to see. And in all of those areas where the wall's been put up, it's virtually 100% effective. But don't worry, we won't take your jobs away. Okay, Brendan, we have, what it will do, it's going to be an additional tremendous safety valve. When I first started, they wanted drones, and we're going to have drones also, by the way, but drones flying around over the top of people pouring into our country, that doesn't do very much. But this really stops them. So this, coupled with our great people from Border Patrol, and also I have to give them a shout out because they get abused and they're incredible what they do. The folks from ICE, the people of ICE are incredible. They've taken out thousands and thousands of MS-13 and gotten them out of our country. And they really are. They're incredible people, and I want to thank them too, because they work hand in hand. We all work hand in hand. Also, law enforcement in Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. The law enforcement works with you guys so much, and it's incredible the relationship we've all developed. Sometimes they come into the office, and I bring them right into the Oval Office. Other presidents didn't do that. They didn't do that. Nobody saw the inside of the Oval Office. They never discussed the building of a wall and how to build it and what's the best way to get it up. And we want the A+ job. That's what we got, the A++. It also has essentially a form of an alarm system on it that if somebody starts to cut it, we immediately find out who that is. They have sensitive areas on the wall, so if it's cut, we immediately know what's happening. We have cameras all over it too, and we have drones. So if somebody tries to cut through, we can get there very, very quickly. And it's equipped with a lot of different contraptions, including cameras. But so we have cameras, we have drones, we have everything. There's going to be something. It's going to be really incredible. And again, where we have it built, it has been like day and night. It's day and night. Now they come, it's like water. They come to the areas where it hasn't been put up. So they come. But that's when you're talking about 122 miles already. So that would mean, let's say you hit the center. That means you're 60. It's a long way, but it's worked incredibly well. So Brandon, I want to thank you. It's been so incredible. Been so incredible having you as my friend and having you from the beginning. You knew it was the right thing. You said, this guy's actually going to build a wall. I always got a kick out of the fact, and this was tough. When you want to get hundreds of millions of dollars for a wall, and you have an opposition party that wants to have open borders, and they don't want to, and I got everything from them, in all fairness. The military, we rebuilt our military, we rebuilt everything. I was able to get much more money. Almost $2.5 trillion the military is rebuilt. The equipment is pouring in now, all rebuilt, planes and missiles and rockets and everything. But when you want to get money for a wall that most of the people in the Democrat Party wanted 5 years ago, they just didn't like it when I announced that we were going to build it. They were unable to get it built. They had the money, but they were unable to get it built because it takes talent to build things, and they don't have that talent. But we got it built, and I made your jobs a lot easier. Say thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
And I'm thrilled to be here today with the National Border Patrol Council and the incredible heroes of the United States Border Patrol. You safeguard our communities like nobody can imagine. Protect our families and defend this country, and the country that we love, you defend so beautifully. And you love this country. You're incredible patriots. It's a tough job, but most of you wouldn't trade that job for any other job. How about you? You want another job? No? Not interested, right? You love what you do, and it's tough, and it's dangerous, can be very dangerous, but you do a job like nobody can do. We also have to thank Mexico. We have 27,000 Mexican soldiers right now on our border, and the numbers have been fantastic, as Chad has either told you or will be telling you. 27,000, think of that, Mexican soldiers, and they're now guarding our border. So I want to thank the president of Mexico, who's doing a terrific job. Not an easy situation over there. As long as I'm president of the United States, you will always have a loyal champion in the Oval Office, because I am with you like no president has ever been with you. You know that. Just like I pledged as a candidate, I have made it my top priority to support our nation's rank and file border agents and, by the way, law enforcement, because law enforcement.
I gotta switch out old phones because my one phone's dying. And yes, I collect old cell phones.
You have that. You've always had my back, and I will always have yours. I especially want to recognize the senior leaders of the National Border Patrol Council, including Executive Vice President.
Oh, no.
Paul Perez. Where's Paul? Paul Perez. Paul, stand up, please. Great job, Paul. Great.
I thought I broke it.
Vice President Hector Garza. Thank you, Hector. Long time, Hector, right? And Art Del Cueto. Art Del Cueto. We're getting better with that name, right? I also want to thank John Anfison. And John, you've been fantastic. Thank you very much, John. Stand up, John. Thank you very much, John. I've gotten to know you guys for a long time now, right? It's been a long time, and a lot of progress has been made. Incredible. Really good numbers. Thank you all. And thank you to Acting Secretary Chad Wolf, who has stepped into that position like it was made for him or he was made for it. And I want to thank you for being here, Chad. Terrific job. A lot of power, a lot of mental acuity. You figured it out. You were there for a while, but you figured it out really well. And Chad understands that the best way to secure a border is to listen to the men and the women serving on the front lines. And he got that right from the beginning, as I did. I didn't know too much about it. Even the wall. You know, again, I was going to put up a wall. Let's get it built. And then they said, sir, gotta do it right, sir. Then I figured, you know, much easier doing it the old-fashioned way. Let's throw up concrete plank. But they said, it's not good. You know, one of the stories they say is that they were throwing bags of drugs over the wall with catapults, right? Heavy bags, 150, 200 pounds of drugs, but you couldn't see. So they'd throw it over. And sometimes it would actually hit Border Patrol agents and other people on the other side because you couldn't see through. But as soon as
hold on, sorry about that.
Got me. I said, you're right. You got to be able to see what's on the other side. So I want to thank all of you, and to the wives, husbands, sons, and daughters here today, thank you for enduring all of the trauma, all of the work, all of the hours that your husbands and your wives, all of the people go through, because without you, they wouldn't be doing the job they've done. That I can tell you. Thank you very much, and thank you for being there. And today, always, we especially want to honor the brave Border Patrol agents who laid down their lives in the line of duty. Here with us are several family members of fallen agents. Our nation is forever in your debt. We'll always remember the courage and the devotion of your loved ones, and that you've had for us and that you've had for your loved one. Please stand up. Please stand up, those people, because you have. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Great love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. From day one, we fought to give Border Patrol the tools, resources, and support you need on your job. The results have been nothing short of extraordinary. Illegal border crossings have dropped 8 straight months in a row. That's a big number. Illegal crossings are down over 75% since last spring. And this is despite the fact that we have the strongest economy in the history of our country. So there are times when our economy is not good. We've had those times not so far away. Where our economy is not good, it's not the same job. When the economy is not only good, it's the best we've ever had. Many more people come up. Many more people come up when you have governors of California saying, if you come to the United States, we'll give you free health care. We'll give you free medical care. We'll give you college. We'll give you education, we'll give you whatever you want. I sometimes say, we'll give you a Rolls Royce for every family. And the news said, you know that's not true. Why did you say that? They don't understand it. They don't get, actually, they understand it better than we think. But the fact is, we give people a lot. And when you have governors, certain governors in particular, saying that they're going to give so much away, people come that never even thought of coming. So it makes the job more difficult. But really, when you have this great economy, everybody wants it. And we can't let that happen because things will go. And by the way, we do want people coming into our country, but they have to come in legally and they have to come in through merit. They have to be able to help us. They have to come in through merit. They have to come in legally. It's very important, right? The month of January saw the fewest illegal border crossings in 23 months, Chad. That's great. Last year, Border Patrol seized the largest amount of deadly narcotics ever seized. So that's really a tremendous tribute. Last year, think of that, Border Patrol. The largest amount of deadly narcotics on record ever was last month and last year, actually last month in particular. We've achieved record prosecutions of immigration violators, and we've ended catch and release, such a big thing, catch and release. You catch them, you take a name, they don't have an address, you take a name and then you release them into our country, in some cases to do tremendous harm. We don't do that anymore. Nobody thought we could do that without going through a process of needing Democrat votes, because you couldn't get the Democrat votes even for that. We still have lottery systems where people come in by the lottery, but that's being removed very quickly. It's the craziest border system in terms of legal, not legal, craziest system anywhere in the world. The whole world laughs at us with our court systems. Everybody comes across, they touch our land, you have to go to court. You need Perry Mason. Other places, they say, you're on our land, I'm sorry, you can't come in. Can't come in. Us, we take them to court. We have judges all over the place. It is absolutely, and we could fix it so easily, but we have no support from Democrats, as you have very well know, because they want open borders. They want literally millions of people to flow into our country. And of those millions of people, tremendous numbers of them are people you don't want in this country.
That's right.
They don't want in this country. And they don't want them in their countries, and that's why they come up, because the countries push them up. But not anymore. Guatemala, if you look, El Salvador, all of the different countries, Mexico, we're signing agreements. We've already signed agreements. Honduras, we've signed agreements. Safe third, call it whatever you want, give it any name you want, but safe third. And we bring them back. You know, in the old days, I think we can say, Brandon, it wasn't so easy to bring them back. You couldn't bring them back. They wouldn't take them. We could catch a murderer from Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador. We bring them back and they say, don't land your plane. Your bus can't come in. Your van can't come in. We don't want them. We don't want them back. Now they take them back. Very openly and very nicely. Is that right? Would you say that's right? We couldn't bring them back. They wouldn't take them. They'd send them to us. They were vicious criminals in some cases. And when they brought them back under the past administration, they wouldn't take them. So we'd end up bringing them back. Now they take them back gladly. Someday we'll explain how that worked. We're removing illegal border crossers at a tremendous pace and making it clear that if you break our laws, you will be sent back home and your home will accept you with open arms or open prisons or whatever it is they want to do with them. And we have to put some in jails. In some cases, they're so violent, we have to. But generally speaking, we just don't want to have people in jails for 50, 60 years. It's a tremendous cost. So we generally try to get them home. In some cases, we really have to because of the level of severity, the level of criminality. We're building a border wall, and the wall is, as I said, going to be something very special, but that's only part of it. So while we work together to protect our country and save countless lives, unfortunately, the far left in our country wants to do things that are so bad for our country and so bad for security, so bad for households, for women. People say, do you think Trump will get the women vote? Remember last time? They said he'll never. I said, will any woman vote for Trump? Is there a woman in the whole country? And then I got a tremendous number of women. They said one of the reasons I won was women. Thank you very much, by the way, women. Because it's fake news. I say fake news, fake polls, whatever they can do. But we got a tremendous, remember they said the women have been unbelievable. By the way, Hispanic, unbelievable. African American, unbelievable. Asian American, unbelievable. The voters came out. Men, I don't have to tell you about. We got a lot of men. We got a lot of men. But the women wanted security. They wanted security. They don't want open borders. And the group we do so well with now is Hispanic because they understand it better almost than anybody at the border. They get it. And they know what we're doing is the right thing. We're not playing games. In San Diego, they were begging us to build a wall because it was being overrun, a certain section, wealthy section, but it was being overrun by illegal immigrants pouring into the neighborhoods and dangerous. And you have no idea, they were begging us. And I said, we're going to do it now, but we probably shouldn't because if we don't, they're going to be promoting, let's go, we got to build the whole thing. But we built, it was approximately 18 miles, right? 18 miles of wall in San Diego. As soon as it was built, they said, we don't want the wall. By the way, all of their problems went away. They actually did want the wall. But they said, we don't want the wall. We don't want the wall. They started playing games. So I said, you know what? We're going to take the wall down and we'll move it over to New Mexico. They said, no, don't do that. So we haven't heard from them any longer. We haven't heard. You understand that game? So it's been pretty incredible what's happening at our border. In my state of the Union address, I shared the tragic story of Maria Fuentes, a 92-year-old great-grandmother who was allegedly raped, beaten, and murdered by a criminal illegal alien in New York City. I think I can, no, I don't think, I'll take the word allegedly out. Do you mind if I do that? See, the lawyers put it in. If you don't mind, I'll leave it out. She was raped, beaten, and murdered. Only 5 weeks before the murder, the criminal alien had been arrested for assault. ICE asked for the criminal to be turned over, but instead, he was ordered released under New York City's sanctuary laws. If New York had simply honored ICE's detainer request, very simple thing to do, Maria Fuentes could be with her family right now. And we're deeply moved to be joined this afternoon by Maria's grieving granddaughter, Daria. Where's Daria? Daria Ortiz. Daria, please come up, Daria, please. Daria is joined by her beautiful 5-year-old son. Thank you, Daria. It's a great honor. Thank you very much. Please, thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Daria Ortiz. I'm the granddaughter of Maria Eusebia Fuentes, the 92-year-old woman who was raped and murdered in Queens. I'd like to take this moment to say my grandmother was very generous and educated. She was a woman who dedicated her time to taking care of others. Before coming to America, she worked as a secretary for the president in her native country, the Dominican Republic. She is a shining example of when people come legally to this country, work hard, and do the right thing, and are law-abiding citizens. My grandmother raised her children and her grandchildren while working hard to give us a future. Unfortunately, my grandmother had to be the example of why something like this horrific crime should never happen.
She's gonna make me cry.
Our family's hope is that her death was not in vain and that preventative measures are put into place to ensure that nothing like this ever happens to anyone again. The tragedy in all of this is the fact that this could have been avoided had there been no sanctuary law. The tragedy is my grandma's not ever gonna be here again. The man that is responsible for this should have never had the opportunity to do this. Had his multiple offenses had not been ignored, the system not only failed our family, but it failed our city. Our family would like to thank the administration for acknowledging my family's tragedy and extending their concerns in this tragic time. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Daria. So beautiful. Not one more American life should be stolen by sanctuary cities. They're all over the place, and a lot of people don't want them. Many communities, they don't want them in California. You hear California, but they don't want them. The politicians want them for whatever reason. That's why we're calling on Congress to pass legislation giving American victims the right to sue sanctuary cities and hold them accountable for the suffering and the damages that they've caused. American citizens are entitled to safe neighborhoods and safe streets that really the people in this room have provided where they're given the opportunity. With sanctuary cities, they're really not given that opportunity. You're the noble guardians who protect our loved ones, and you keep America safe, and you do an incredible job at doing it. Nobody could do it like you do. Under my administration, we know that border security is national security. Very much the same thing. And that's why I'm so honored to work hand in hand with the National Border Patrol Council and all of my friends. Some of you I know very well, very well. We love our Border Patrol agents. We love our law enforcement. And we want to thank you for doing an incredible job. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon.
Okay, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. What video is this right here? Hold on.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be with the president of
You guys want to watch this? I missed this one.
countries in the world, and perhaps equally as important, and maybe even more importantly, your great First Lady. Thank you very much for being here. This is a tremendous honor. Some of the most beautiful landscapes in the world and one of the most beautiful places on earth, they say. I've heard that for a long time. And we are working on trade deals. We're working on military options, including the purchase of a lot of our military equipment. We do make the best equipment in the world by far. And we're negotiating some very important pacts between Ecuador and the United States. So, Mr. President, Madam First Lady, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Sí, en primer lugar quiero agradecer la gentileza del señor presidente Trump nos ha invitado a dialogar con temas que son bastante comunes. Y quiero agradecer también la amabilidad con la que hemos sido recibidos, mi esposa y yo. Y quiero recordar que la amistad, la fraternidad entre el Ecuador y Estados Unidos es una fraternidad de una larga data, una larga historia que se reforzó muchísimo por los principios fundacionales de Estados Unidos que fueron tomados en cuenta para los principios fundacionales de la Primera República del Ecuador. Trataremos varios temas, pero sobre todo aquellos que nos son comunes, como son la democracia, la libertad, el respeto a los derechos humanos. Trataremos temas, ya desagregándolos, pues, por supuesto, temas como la seguridad, como el combate al narcotráfico, el combate a la delincuencia organizada, el combate a la corrupción, la colaboración, la inversión, tan importante, la transferencia de tecnología tan importante para el desarrollo de nuestro país de forma particular. Pues a recalcar, son temas que no son comunes, como aquel que más nos mueve, que es el de que nuestros pueblos sean gobernados con justicia y con respeto a sus derechos. Muchas gracias, señor presidente, por esa interesa. Gracias, señora primera.
Quisiera primero, I would like to first thank everyone for, especially Mr. President, for his kindness and to invite us over to talk about these very important topics which are common to both countries. I'd like to thank the President for the warmth with which he has greeted us. And
Hold on.
I have to stress the fact that our relationship between Ecuador and us,
How's that?
is a relationship of fraternity that has been that dates back a very long time. We actually have taken the foundational principles of the U.S. as a basis for our own foundational principles to create the first Republic of Ecuador. We are going to be discussing issues that are common to both nations, such as democracy, liberty, freedom, respect to human rights, the fight against organized crime, the fight against drug trafficking, the fight against corruption. And we are going to also be speaking about the importance of this investment, trade, technology, transfer, that are all common principles to us. We know that both our peoples want to be governed with justice and equality, and that is what both of us are striving for.
We want to thank you very much. This is a great honor to be with you. Okay, do you have any questions? Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't your tweet political interference?
No, not at all. He was treated very badly. 9 years recommended by 4 people that perhaps they were Mueller people. I don't know who they were, prosecutors. And they, I don't know what happened. They all hit the road pretty quickly. Look, you had somebody just recently, you saw what happened. He got 2 months. He got sentenced to 2 months for leaking classified information at the highest level. They treated Roger Stone very badly. They treated everybody very badly. And if you look at the Mueller investigation, it was a scam because it was illegally set up. It was set up based on false documentation and false documents. You look at what happened, how many people were hurt, their lives were destroyed, and nothing happened with all the people that did it and launched a scam. Where's Comey? Where is Comey? What's happening to McCabe? What's happening to Lisa and Peter Strzok and Lisa Page? What's happening with them? It was a whole setup. It was a disgrace for our country, and everyone knows it too. Everyone, including NBC, which gives a lot of fake news. The fact is that Roger Stone was treated horribly, and so were many other people. Their lives were destroyed.
Let's just pause this real quick. I wanted to show you guys. Hold on. I'll go back to the video in a minute. I just wanted to show you guys. Here's the new ones that are in. You got the blue one. It's the same as my red one, but it's blue. Okay. Now this guy is a seller. He sells on Amazon and eBay. I'm looking to make a deal to get 100 hats. 50 red, 50 blue. This way here, I have them enough for the whole year. Again, you can win them by participating in the live streams at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Usually every single night I will go live, and on certain nights we will be giving away hats. Or you could be a person of the month. In order to be the person of the month, you have to be on the streams at least twice a week. You have to be respectful and kind to everybody, welcome people, share the streams, and all of that. And I will pick the person of the month, and everybody has a chance to be the person of the month. And we have 12 months, and everyone will have the opportunity, of course, also to win hats, and everybody has the opportunity to buy hats. So here is the blue hat, and here is the other really sharp looking hat. This one's definitely made in America. That one's really sharp. I actually asked my husband, hey, get me that one. Hold on. Here's another blue one, just to let you know we got a couple of those. I have 3 more of them. Actually, I have 5 total of the blue hat. because I had 2 people request to buy it. So those are your Trump hats. I'm going to be giving away a Trump flag in a couple minutes here. Let's just listen to the rest of this video and we'll play a trivia game and you could win a Trump flag. So hope you stick around. You never know.
At the Pfizer warrants and what just happened with Pfizer, where they found out it was fixed and it was a dirty, rotten deal. So when you look at that and you see what happened to Roger Stone, but think of it, a man leaks classified information, highly classified.
I'm gonna put up the flag that you guys can win.
Nobody even knows what he did. In fact, they said he intimidated somebody. That person said he had no idea he was going to jail for that. That person didn't want to press charges. They put him in for 9 years. It's a disgrace. And frankly, they ought to apologize to a lot of the people whose lives they've ruined. All right, next question. Next question, please. Go ahead. Yeah, please, Steve. Wait. What? I don't want to say that yet, but I tell you what, people were hurt viciously and badly by these corrupt people. And I want to thank, if you look at what happened, I want to thank the Justice Department for seeing this horrible thing. And I didn't speak to them, by the way, just so you understand. They saw the horribleness of a 9-year sentence for doing nothing. You have murderers and drug addicts, they don't get 9 years. 9 years for doing something that nobody even can define what he did. Somebody said he put out a tweet, and the tweet, you base it on that. We have killers, we have murderers all over the place, nothing happens. And then they put a man in jail and destroy his life, his family, his wife, his children. 9 years in jail, it's a disgrace. In the meantime, Comey walks around making book deals. The people that launched the scam investigation, and what they did is a disgrace. And hopefully it'll be treated fairly. Everything else will be treated fairly. Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes.
Los indicadores macroeconómicos de los Estados Unidos están excelentes. Los felicito, señor presidente.
Mr. President, I congratulate you for the macroeconomic indicators are excellent, but in Latin America, the growth expectations are going down, especially for the growth in Ecuador, which is at 0. How can we help Latin American economies? How can we help Ecuador, Mr. President? And congratulations.
Well, thank you. I love that question. I wish we had some people like that here. He's congratulating us on our great success as a country. And I want to congratulate you too, because what you've done in Ecuador and your president have done a fantastic job. Thank you very much. I'm not concerned about anything. I'm concerned about nothing. I'm not concerned about anything. They ought to go back to school and learn, because I'll tell you what, the way they treat people, nobody should be treated like that.
I love you, President Trump.
And when was it? When was it? Wow. She did a good job. Go ahead. I think I understood.
Encantado, señorita. Sí, Ecuador, después de una época bastante difícil en sus relaciones internacionales, ha decidido renovar, ha decidido refrescar su relación internacional y acercarse bastante más a quienes han sido permanentemente más afectos a nuestra forma de pensar y a nuestra forma de ser. No sé si la traducir inmediatamente.
Ecuador has, after having gone through very hard times, and especially in regards to its international relationships, has decided to come together again with the international community and bring refreshed relationships to those who have the same way of thinking as we do. We wanted to come closer to them.
Recordemos que Estados Unidos es el principal socio comercial de Ecuador, por una parte, y por otra parte también, vuelvo a recalcar, coincidimos en valores que no son bastante comunes, como son la libertad, la democracia, la justicia, la solidaridad, la fraternidad y respeto a los derechos.
The USA,
Don't
we
interrupt.
need to remember that the USA is the main trade partner for Ecuador. And this is not only in terms of trade, but because we share many common values such as the love for liberty, democracy, justice, solidarity, fraternity, and the respect of human rights.
And I can tell you the thing that's changed from our standpoint, we're the number one economy in the world by far. We've never done better. We have the strongest markets we've ever had. The market is up very substantially today, 250 points when I last looked. And our country has never done better militarily. We've rebuilt our military. We've cut our taxes. We've cut regulations at a level that nobody's ever been able to cut them. And our country is doing great. And we've really reestablished a lot of relationships, but we have certainly reestablished it with Ecuador. Ecuador had a very unusual outlook on life, but with your great president, he realizes how important it is to get along with the United States. And I want to just congratulate him because our relationship is very good. He's made tremendous progress.
Are you open to working on a trade deal with Ecuador?
Yeah, sure, we will. And they have incredible product, and they grow it and they make it, and we like it. So we will, sure. And they need our product too.
Is it going to be like the USMCA? That's your model for that?
Well, that's a great model. We just finished that, and it's a great model with Mexico and with Canada. USMCA has been very successful. Already the fruits are really taking place. You take a look at what's happening in terms of the kind of numbers we'll be doing with the USMCA. And this on a much smaller scale would be interesting. We are looking at that kind of a model.
And on Venezuela, I want to talk about that. And are you worried about the assault on farmways yesterday?
Yeah, we'll be looking at and talking about Venezuela. And it's always close to our heart. We have millions of people from Venezuela living in the United States very successfully. They love our country and they love Venezuela. We'll take care of the Venezuelan people. You weren't chosen, Steve. Oh, excuse me, 1 second. We'll do this gentleman. Go ahead, Steve. Well, I never minded that very much, to be honest. We help the Philippines very much. We help them defeat ISIS. I get along, actually, I have a very good relationship there, but I really don't mind if they would like to do that. That's fine. We'll save a lot of money.
There you go. You weren't
I know
chosen.
my views are different than other people. I view it as, thank you very much, we save a lot of money. But if you look back, if you go back 3 years ago, when ISIS was overrunning the Philippines,
I
we
love
came
it.
in
I
and
love it. I love it.
literally single-handedly were able to save them from vicious attacks on their islands. But I haven't heard exactly the way you expressed the question.
Oh no, my picture
And my
disappeared.
relationship, as you know, is a very good one with their leader, and we'll see what happens. They'll have to tell me that. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Right, Missy?
Right. Good afternoon.
Mi pregunta es, sabemos que vamos a tratar temas de seguridad aquí. Yo quisiera saber qué es lo que Ecuador pretende llevar desde Estados Unidos para medir la seguridad más que nada en el narcotráfico. My question is about security. We know that Ecuador has a problem with narco traffic and some other problems. So one of the topics we're going to talk about is security. I want to know what Ecuador wants to learn from the United States in that topic.
Well, we're doing very well on our southern border. We're doing incredibly well. We've built over 100 miles now. It's substantially more than that of wall, very powerful wall. It's got all sorts of protections on it. We have alarm systems. We have lighting systems. We have everything you can have. It's pretty much the ultimate of what you can do in terms of that. We have great protection. We have great protection with our military. We've been dealing also with Mexico. Mexico has 27,000 soldiers on our southern border, and they've been great. And we just set another record. As you saw, the numbers have come way down in terms of people coming through our border, way down. They're going to be very low. And after the wall is complete, even in the areas where we're now over 100 miles, incredibly, the traffic has virtually stopped. It's come to a halt. The wall has been a tremendous thing. So we'll have that finished by the end of next year. And sometime during next year, we'll have it finished. And we'll probably be up to close by the end of this year, close to 400 miles of wall. And it's made a tremendous difference. So we have great security. we'll be discussing with Ecuador their situation and their security. They do have a problem with the narcos, and that's not good. And we will be working with them to help.
Perdón. Sí, sí.
1 second, she's going to just answer the question.
Parece que sí, correcto, sí. Señorita, como usted conoce, pues los Estados Unidos tiene la más desarrollada tecnología y ciencia del mundo. Y por cierto, esta barca y de
Lucy,
muchas
go lay down in the bed.
actividades. Empieza la seguridad, mucha experiencia en aquello que nosotros
Go lay
queremos
down.
aprovecharla. Además que la tecnología, tal vez, que se
Okay, you want a cracker? Here,
capacitación,
take a
aeronaves,
cracker and go lay down.
pueden ayudar a controlar este flagelo.
You want
Es
it?
el tema, el futuro de la
Go lay down.
humanidad, pero fundamentalmente-
Guys, I got to put the dog in the bed. Hold on.
Last night, as you know, we had a very interesting election, and from the standpoint of the Republican Party and myself, but from the standpoint of the Republican Party, it was a tremendous success. I got more votes than any incumbent president in many decades. That includes a lot of presidents, and it was really incredible, the love in New Hampshire. And by the way, we did the same thing in Iowa, and we were actually able to quickly count our votes. We knew within minutes after the poll how many votes we had, unlike the Democrats. So we had a tremendous success in Iowa, and last night we had a tremendous, very powerful success in New Hampshire. So it was a great honor, but setting that record in both states was terrific. And now we're off to some areas that I like very much. Nevada, you look at that. South Carolina, you look at that. I think we're going to do very well there. Probably setting up a major rally in South Carolina. We already have one in Nevada. So we'll be in those two locations, and we'll be at a few others also. But it's been incredible. The rally we had in New Hampshire and in Iowa, again, it was almost the same. They were both spectacular. You could have put them in a big stadium. We were already in large arenas, but you could have put them in a big stadium. We could have sold it out numerous times. So it was really, really terrific, and we appreciate it. Yeah, we appreciate it. That's a good question. I would say Bernie looks like he's doing very well. I think people like his message. He's got energy. His people have energy, but they like his message. But a lot of people don't like that particular message. But there is a group that probably agrees with it, and whoever it is, we'll take them on. But it would certainly seem that Bernie Sanders has the advantage right now. Pretty big. Yeah, sure. I look forward to it, actually. That the Democrats are crooked. They've got a lot of crooked things going. That they're vicious. That they shouldn't have brought impeachment. And that my poll numbers are 10 points higher because of fake news like NBC, which reports the news very inaccurately, probably more inaccurately than CNN, if that's possible. MSDNC, and your MS, and if you take a look at NBC, now I think they're among the most dishonest reporters of the news. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Up, hold on. Okay, guys, we are going to be giving away a Trump flag.
Thank you. It's a great honor.
Hold on.
To have you, the White House, very special.
Okay. So here we are. Let me get back on SteamYards. Hi, guys, everyone. I'm back in full view. Now you can look at my beautiful face. I'm just joking. Nothing beautiful about it. Okay. You're still driving? Okay, battery. How much longer will it take for you to get home, hon? I could just share an article. Let me know in the chat, sweetheart, how much longer you have. This way here you can participate in the game. Thank you. I love this hat. Like I said, the blue one is really cool. So we're going to give Battery a couple minutes to get home. I don't know if he's just driving home, but we'll give him a couple minutes. About 5 minutes? All right. Sounds good. Let's read this article. Earlier, it says, from finally, President Trump moves to gain control of the White House personal system and his administration. Earlier, I posted a story on speech by former White House Chief of Staff, Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly, in which revealed that he was basically opposed to President Trump and his agenda, yet took a job in his administration anyway. apparently seeing himself as someone sort of foul and safe device. This is an example of a larger problem and ongoing critique of the Trump administration, which runs something like this. He hired the guy, he knew what he was getting into, or the TDS sufferers like to say, he hires only the best people. I really loathe those people. If you don't know what TDS stands for, it means Trump Derangement Syndrome. Not to dunk on Chuck Ross or anything, but it is very superficial view on the situation. Unlike George Bush, either of them, Donald Trump arrived in Washington, D.C. with no connections to D.C. policy establishment. In fact, he arrived after a bruising primary and general election and left him alienated from the GOP establishment. The GOP establishment might not have called his supporters a basket of deplorables, but they nodded their heads and chuckled when they heard it. The same establishment had gotten rich and a fat illegal immigrant labor of outsourcing American jobs to whatever. They were used to keeping the GOP base in line with promises and crumbs. George W. Bush had a GOP majorities for 6 out of his 8 years. How much did they accomplish in regards to slowing illegal immigration or reducing abortion? While delivering zero, when Trump arrived in Washington, he was reliant upon the very same people who had opposed his election to his staff administration. Some hardcore never-Trumpers were hired in an attempt to place factions in the GOP. Some cabinet secretaries, for instance, James Mattis or Rex Tillerson, pressed to retrain Obama appointees or bring in registered Democrats within whom they have worked senior policy positions. They heard of the White House personal office overseeing the hiring of political appointees, went to an end of the World Party when Trump dispatched Ted Cruz in Indiana. A guerrilla war was fought against the administration by using the secretary clearance process to force out many Trump's most loyal followers. Personal as it is policy, it makes no difference what Trump wishes to do if he doesn't have the people in place to vigorously follow through and make sure things are happening. The current White House has also welcomed other news Trumpers into the executive branch of political positions, which numbers about over 4,000 are filed by each presidential administration. They range from senior officials, was nominations require Senate confirmation, to policy professionals, lawyers, and speech writers. In past administrations, and candidate alliance to the president was vetted and considered a plus, if not a must. So why is Trump White House filling all those spots with people who have been openly or privately hostile to the president? Retired Army Colonel Douglas McGregor summed up the absurdity of the situation on Fox News. He says, I think President Trump lost control of the whole appointment process in staffing the government shortly after the election, he said. He ended up appointing large numbers of people who subsequently brought into the friends, almost of whom were opposed to Donald Trump and his agenda. Indeed, the appointment of never-Trumpers were aggressively championed and insisted upon some senior cabinet members. Some candidates were directly approved by the president himself, while others were proposed by the White House political staffers as compromise picks with the cabinet secretaries. Many others slipped in because, despite their anti-Trump sentiments, they had not revealed or were not asked about their views in public. Some of the appointees appear to have been downright distressed. Although many viewers say that Trumpers hired early in the president's term have departed, others have been elevated or reshuffled as never-Trumpers continue to enter the administration ranks. Earlier, I referred to this story. Among Trump supporters, there were long been skepticism of the PO, and nearly 3-year-old message are likely to amplify concerns of the anti-Trump bias within his administration. Fear about a bias towards the establishment pics emerged in 2017 when Trump selected D. Stan Farrow to lead the PPO. He had worked as an aide, former House Speaker John Brenner, Republican of Ohio, before leading Data Trust. Eyebrows raised with appointees with views at odds with some Trumps. such as former National Secretary Advisor H.R. McMaster, former Foreign Policy Advisor Dina Powell, and Venezuela envoy Elliot Abrams. They have been slow-walked pro-Trump people to point that they drop out of or lose interest. A Trump ally close to the White House told the Washington Examiner they don't like pro-Trump crowd. They like to bring in Bushies. As a former White House official said Stanfino, 39 of the tone for the PPO within various them mentally, often referring to Trump's backers as MAGA people. The official said he always complaining about how the MAGA people are coming after him. But wait, aren't you supposed to be a MAGA person? Johnny is consistently disparaging the president. He's always making these jokes that the president is erratic and irrational. You know, my take on this article, he needs to fire everybody who disrespects him and his administration. He needs to fire all the leftovers. You know, kind of like leftovers, meatloaf sitting in your refrigerator for over a week or two and it's growing mold on it. That's what's happening in the White House. There's still people who are left over from past president administrations. And we need to clean house. And even if it's somebody in his own family, we need to clean house. If someone's going to stand against Trump and his policy and his administration, his goals and his values about our country, we need to get rid of them. Let's continue the article, and then we're going to give away a flag, give Battery enough time to get home safely. This, by the way, is not unique to Trump. Historically, party outsiders have failed or been co-opted by the system because, just like Trump, they arrive with popular mandate, but because they are outsiders and threatening outsiders at that, the former and informal levers of power are often out of their reach because they can't put enough on their supporters in mid-level policy positions. When results don't materialize, the reformer is toppled by the voters, and we all go back to the way it was. The inability of President Trump to gain positive control over the selection of personnel who would carry out his policies has just much as the Russia hoax helped rob him of 3 years of progress. The problem of organized loyalty is not a new one. In the Royal Navy of the Napoleonic, I think I pronounced that right, wars, the era, the prime threat facing the service was immunity. Most of the sailors were not happy with their lot. There was no end in sight to the war. Pay was irregular, discipline was harsh, life was hard. Once immunity took off, it tended to spread like wildfire. See the Spithead and Nora mutinies that involved dozens of warships to act as deterrent to political mutineers. There was I'm sorry, I can't talk tonight. The mutineers there was a detachment of Marines, but one of the most inspired strategies employed was allowed a captain assuming command to bring followers with him. A captain of a ship of the line could bring upwards of 40 officers and petty officers with him. This provided the captain within the carry of loyalists who not only knew how he operated, but he would act in his interests. If the impeachment process has impressed one fact upon the President Trump, it seems to be he clearly understands the importance of vetted loyal staff in key positions. In May, the head of the White House personal office left a Trump loyalist, John McEntee, who was forced out by John Kelly, has been given the job of filling positions in the administration with pro-Trump people. Hope Hicks, a trusted advisor, has returned after her absence. The NCS is being pared down while it was undoubtedly overstaffed. It was clearly overstaffed with open anti-Trump Democrats from the CIA and state and defense. The current cabinet secretaries seem to be taking marching orders from the White House rather than from enraged bureaucrats of the progressive interest groups. If Trump is reelected this year, which he will be, then he will be well positioned to smoothly transformation into a second term strongly supported by the administration, fully staffed with people who are loyal to Trump's agenda. If the worst happens, then this move is sure contender for a winner of the Too Little Late award. All right, home, but be right back. All right. So again, I just want to tell each and everybody, Wizard wanted me to make sure he tells you guys he loves you, he supports you all. He's not mad at all. Do me a favor, don't use this and never come back. I hate to see that happen. We can leave the past back there, and anybody who just hopped on or listening has any issues, we need to take them upon with that person. I was not involved, and that's that. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I want you to know Wizard loves you too. And when I say love, I don't mean an infatuation love. I don't mean a boyfriend-girlfriend kind of love. I mean a brother and sister bondship. Everybody here is welcome. There was always one rule to this channel, and it always will be the same rule. Do not be a dick. All right, battery, here we go. Give me a thumbs up, battery, if you're ready to go. Hugs to you too, Missy. I'm glad that you got my email. So to win this hat behind me, okay, we're ready to go. Here's the question. No Googling the answer, ladies and gentlemen. I'm watching you. Like my daughter goes. I'm watching. Okay, here we go. What is the real name? Now type in the answer. The first person who gets it right wins it. If you don't feel comfortable, giving me the P.O. box or the address, or if you don't want the flag, just say skip and we'll go on to the next question. Good luck. I wish everybody luck. Everyone can participate. And from the bottom of my heart, again, thank you for being here. After this, we're going to call it a night. I will see you guys later on this early evening or later this evening when Wizard goes live. Here's the question. What is the real name of Uncle Sam? Again, what is the real name of Uncle Sam? Again, what is the real name of Uncle Sam? If nobody answers, we will ask the next question. The real name of Uncle Sam. No Googling, battery. I'm watching you there, buddy. No, the question is, what is the real name of Uncle Sam? A real name. Not the government. I'll tell you that. It's not that. So keep going. If you don't know, we'll ask the next question. So we'll give it a couple minutes. And again, if you don't know the answer, I'll be glad to give you the answer and we'll ask another question. I'm thinking about the Jeopardy song. Do 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 dun 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 do 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 dun 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 dun. Keep going. Do 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 dun 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 dude. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm messing with you. All right, keep going. We're gonna give it a couple more minutes. Battery won. Battery won. Congratulations, Battery. You won the beautiful. Let me demonstrate it like Vanna White would. Go around the corner. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Don't worry. I didn't go anywhere. Get this out of the way. Hold on. Let me get out of the way. You just won the lovely Trump Keep America Great Again hat. As you can see, it says re-elect Trump Keep America Great hat. Congratulations, Battery. I spilled my water. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. My fault. The lovely flag. As Vanna White would go, like, how does she do it when you win a prize? She goes like this. The lovely flag. Congratulations. That's a sharp looking flag. In fact, I got this one from DC, so it makes it extra special. Now I need to research that. Well, it was that, or the next question I was gonna ask you guys was who was the 16th president, but y'all would have guessed that right away. So I said, I gotta make it a little harder, right? So we'll get that hat out to you. Congratulations, Battery. You the man. Lincoln, see, very good. You know. So congratulations, winning the beautiful, the lovely, most awesome flag ever, given by the most awesome person ever, which is me. Congratulations. Wheel of Fortune. Yes. Now that's a game to play. I used to watch that with my grandparents all the time. Memories, memories, memories. Well, thank you guys for all being here. It is 2:16 in the morning. I still have not had nothing to eat. I have a hamburger with Swiss cheese and mushrooms, and I have fried noodles waiting for me in the oven. I don't know why I did not eat when dinner was served, but I was too busy on Twitter today because, like I said, I started this pro-life train, and it's pretty cool. So let me share that link with you guys one more time so you guys can find me on Twitter. I hope you guys are on Twitter, and if not, sign up. Do me a favor, if you're not on Twitter, sign up for Twitter. Okay? Let me put it in the chat. Put it in. There we go. Here I am. Cool. Well, you can find me there by clicking that link. And just to let everybody know, I wanted to give everybody an update so I don't get any more emails about that situation, about that channel Black Matter. I am going to the police about that. I did get a chance to speak with the police chief, but something came up where the police chief was not able to sit down with me like he was supposed to. There was a police matter, which I completely understand, and he had to go take care of that. So we rescheduled for this week. Hopefully they will do something about this Black Matter channel. I thank each and every one of you who've supported me through this. Thank you for believing in me, and I love you all. And just remember that, again, Wizard wanted me to tell each and every one of you guys he's not mad. He will see you tonight when he goes live. Keep his niece in prayer. She's in the hospital. She's going through complications with her pregnancy, and let's just hope that everything will be okay. The good part is she's around a good team of doctors, and she's got family with her, and we need to continue to keep her family and him in prayer through this difficult time. We know that God can heal people from their head to toes, and we know that if the baby needs to be delivered, they're in the best care that they can be, because babies can survive at 7 months. It's absolutely possible. So again, it's not easy going through miscarriage. I've been through a couple miscarriages, and it's the most worst thing for a woman and the father to go through. But it's even worse when they're further along, because that's when unfortunately the pain just seems to be worse. Thank you so very much. God bless each and every one of you. I love you like a sister, okay? Not like a girlfriend. So Not flirting with no one here. Never flirted with nobody on here. I'm a married woman, almost happily, 18 years almost. So, well, yeah, sorry. We are. Past January 25th was our anniversary. Anyways, I talk too much sometimes. I know that. I love you guys. Battery, we'll see you later. Thank you, Battery, so very much. Can't get off Twitter. Trump is on Twitter. Cool. Make sure you follow me, okay, guys, on Twitter. Twitter. Some people call it Twatter, but I call it Twitter. And get that thumbs up. I only see 4 thumbs up. Help support the great wizard. And I wouldn't mind some thumbs up too. All right? If you're not following my channel, please follow my channel. We'll be giving some really cool Trump hats away in the future. I'm still giving away Trump packages for free, which includes the new Trump 2020 dollar bills. So you'll be getting them as well. I'm looking for the gold ones. So if anybody is browsing eBay or Amazon and you come along those gold 2020 dollar bills, let me know. I want to buy a couple of those to be able to give them out as well. Good night. We'll see you later. Missy, we have Battery in the house. We had Canoes. We had Buffalo Bill in the house earlier. Thank you guys so very much. Dallas, I hope you come back in the chat, buddy. Just let whatever happened go in the past and just that. Tanya, if you're still listening in, if you have any problems with anybody, please handle it with that person directly. I have no involvement in it. I have no judgment here. I love everybody. I have not a hate bone in my body. The same thing with Wizard. He loves you guys. Again, like brothers and sisters. He has no hatred in his heart. He's just going through a lot. And what happened earlier, and then his niece being in the hospital, you know, that's why he left the live stream, because, you know, he's sad and he has a right to be sad. Because when our family members are hurting or they're in the hospital, we worry for them. So keep praying for him and his niece and his family. Prayer for one another. Lift each other up. Never tear people apart. Always welcome everybody. And like I said, we will see you later. God bless you. May the good Lord keep you and bless you. Good night, guys.